What's good, everybody? It's your boy JSX4 here, and welcome back to a whole nother episode of the JSX4 series. Now, once again, as I always say before, and anytime I start these videos, I always like to go talk about the views for a second, and I'm always tremendously surprised at the people that you guys like seeing this series. And it just keeps motivating me to do even more with this series and try to go as crazy as I can when it comes to this series, but not too crazy just yet, because, you know, we gotta pace this stuff out. That's how good storytelling is done. But as long as, again, you guys are having fun with it, I'm gonna be having fun with it, and that's all that really matters at the end of all this. So hopefully we can continue going forward down this very strange and very lewd but very potentially messed up path of this VTuber lore. Now, before I do start, I do want to say one major thing that I don't really think a video could be used for when it comes to this. And that's mainly because I just don't think it's necessary, because it's just something really minor and small, and that is that I just feel kind of unmotivated a little bit, and I'll be honest with that, mainly because, you know, we've been stuck at this 800 sub thing for like a good minute now. We'll like to see some change, and, you know, IRL stuff is not so great to me, honestly. Obviously, when it comes to the subs and this channel and not getting anywhere it needs to, it's not any of y'all fault. Y'all are great, y'all are amazing, but I just kind of low-key wish that we can get somewhere soon, or at least pop some attention somewhere, because this is just, because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of this is kind of getting ridiculous. But just know I'm not stopping anytime soon, and I'll be damned if I put 2 years into this channel and just give up. So that's also another thing. So yeah, when it comes down to it, I just want to get motivated, really, and hopefully soon something good will happen when it comes to this channel, and hopefully we can get some magic going. Honestly, like I tried to make some magic happen with your mom last night, so that's some good stuff right there. So to business. Now, if you haven't seen the previous video, you need to know a couple of things. Number one, we ended up going as far as to talk to Kaede and Ochako to join the harem, which that was pretty easy until the despair version of me come up out of nowhere and pretty much try to ruin things, but luckily Genocide Jack was able to take the hit for this. Then you also had Mukuro jumping off the building and Junko planning to plant her inside of the harem, which I had no choice because she was literally blowing me off. How else was I going to deal with that? So welcome aboard, Mukuro, even though your ass was unwanted. And then lastly, we had Koneko worrying that something was going to go awry with this whole harem situation, and I had to comfort her to make sure that things was okay, and make sure that Junko, and we had to try to figure out what Junko is absolutely planning. And that's pretty much all you need to know. So let's get on with the actual episode this time around. So episode 4 starts off with the worrying, troublesome situation that we had to deal with the despair-loving thought queen Junko Nishima, and pretty much I needed some help. I can't just sit here and do this on my own. We're gonna need some new assistants to come in to help us out, especially when it comes to Junko's situation and this harem situation. That way we can get both sorted at the same time. And so I had to enlist the help of my secretary, Mona Magistus. And so basically she gave me a suggestion for who she thinks would be a perfect candidate for who will be joining the harem next. And my ass is just like, Mona, why didn't I think of that? And she was just like, because you're not an astrologist. Basically just say you're not Batman. I mean, that's the equivalent, honestly, of that, like, you know. And I was just like, okay. And so Mona continues up with, well, if you think Junko will pull something, you need smart people. Mona is like, it's best to keep an extreme close eye on her. And I'm just like, of course, I expect no less from you either. Though I do have one other favor to ask of you, Mona. And she's like, yes, what is it, sir? Because I am on top of her. That's why I own Mona, okay? I own this Magistus ass. That's why I own Mona, okay? So I'm honestly just like, can we potentially, you know, can we potentially do some things, you know? Can we slide some stuff in between donut holes? Like, is it a possibility of what I'm saying here possible on this rooftop right now? And Mona just like, I suppose it wouldn't be a big problem. I know we need to suppress your despair and all, so, and I'm just like, yeah, despair, let's take care of that. And yeah, so Mona started just showing off her top and just being like, I grew on a decent bit, haven't I? And I'm just like, very much. And so, you know, so pretty much I smashed the astrologist and went on my way to find the suggestion that Mona wanted for the harem. And I went to the library to find the next lady, which was Makoto. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I don't know why I didn't add her before, but yes. And Makoto just in shock. She's just scared in all types of ways, honestly, because I want to sneak up on her, even though I really wasn't sneaking up on her. Like, look up, lady. Stop being engaged in your studies. But anyway, she's like, please don't startle me like that. My mind isn't in order as it is. And I'm just like, my bad, I suppose. Makoto's just like, so I believe you want to talk to me? Mona already gave me the details. And I'm just like, then I don't need to explain much. I need you to be a part of the harem and also figure out what Junko wants. As a phantom thief, this shouldn't be a problem. And Makoto is obviously just like, it won't be. I'll get in touch with Futaba, An, and Haru for backup. No Ryuji, no Joker, no Morgana, no Yusuke. Nah, fam, nah. Where they at? Where they at, you probably asking. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Anyway, she basically goes on to say they should be able to help you with your despair as well. And so I'm just like, thanks Makoto. I do hope you're up to the task. And so Makoto just like, I'll prove it. And she just, out of nowhere, I didn't even ask for this. She just strips out of her clothes anyway. And I'm just like, and she's just like, I'll make it to your office without being seen. And I'm just like, you didn't need to go that far. I didn't even ask for this. But I'm not saying no. And so Makoto's just like, alright then, let's get a move on. And so, and I'm just like, only if you're sure. And Makoto almost got caught 7 times. 7 times. For a phantom thief that's supposed to be sneaking around, a thief is supposed to sneak, right? They're supposed to not get synced, like, right? They're supposed to be on their tiptoes and moving around, ducking, dodging in the shadows. And you mean to tell me she almost got caught 7 times? This should be no type of, you know, challenge when it comes to Makoto. But for whatever reason, she ends up not being able to. She almost ends up getting caught multiple times. Like, Makoto, you want to get caught. You're an exhibitionist, aren't you? So that was just a weird thing that kind of happened, honestly. So, and now I'm in the hallway just being like, you can do it, Makoto. Put those thick phantom thighs to work. And Makoto just like, don't say things like that. Why not? You don't want over here trying to run through the hallways trying to prove a point when I didn't even ask you to do it like this. But nah, let your phantom thickness get caught. I'll be more than happy to put on World Star. In the end of the day, if you ever learned anything from Makoto, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to prove a point, don't be this risky about it if you're not ready for the challenge. Now to Act 2. Act 2 starts off with all the ladies in the student council office, and I'm about to give them a really nice debrief, honestly. So I'm just like, alright ladies, I'll call this meeting to discuss a plan. A plan that sounds quite British, if I sound pretty honest with you. The plan of water. Where is the water? I don't know where the water is. Anyway, we have no idea what Junko really wants. Much so, no real way to get rid of the despair inside of me. Which is why Toko, Mona, and Makoto are responsible for looking into Junko and seeing what she wants. I chose you 3 because you're the smartest we have here. Because, you know, I don't really know anybody else because I have no friends. Well, we ain't gonna discuss that, honestly. Anyway, Makoto asked a question me like, so, looking into Junko is fine and all, but what about your despair? Like, are you gonna be fine through all this? And I'm just like, well, I've been trying to, and really been failing, to control the despair within me, but I've only gained the smallest of experience of controlling it, but I'm still a long way off. If you guys don't really remember, especially if you haven't seen the last episode, you will notice that Jay ended up finishing a sentence while he transformed into his despair self, meaning he has some control over it. He still has some control over it, but not complete control, as you would probably could take a guess. So definitely there is some ability to control that despair, but that despair still is lingering around, kind of doing whatever it wants, honestly. So we still in a very, very dangerous situation when it comes to all this. All this, in all honesty, feels really hopeless. And I'm starting to get stressed out to boot. And Lamine just be like, you've been working hard on this, haven't you? Toko is, even Toko's just like, even you need to slow down a bit. And I'm just, yes, I know that, Toko, but I'm just like, but I mean, I want to, I will, but I have to know I have to make sure that this despair inside me doesn't hurt anybody. And I'm just really just tired at this point. My ass is just yawning and all that type of stuff. Like, cause dealing with all this, plus added stuff I already had to deal with, keeping the safe haven safe, and still trying to deal with Junko's madness, and you know, keeping Koneko reassured that this is fine, and keeping all the women in the harem okay. This is a lot to do with, in all honesty. And I go on to say, I'm also planning to confront Junko again to find out what's up myself. A shame Ochako is on a field trip for a while, so we can't use any gravity stealth. So, okay, I'll be completely honest. I only added Ochako in, mainly because y'all was horny for Ochako, okay? I only added her in because, you know, the search terms, if you haven't seen that video, y'all was all over Ochako. Like, y'all wanted all up in her ass. So, but personally, I don't think I necessarily need Ochako, so I'm gonna retcon her out the story. Hopefully, y'all don't get too mad at me for that one, but I don't necessarily want Ochako in the harem. She's beautiful, don't get me wrong. Ochako is the finest female that I can see, but honestly, I don't think I necessarily need Ochako, honestly. But that's just me. I'm sorry, but I don't need Ochako too much. You might see her again, but probably not in the main harem, if I'm being honest, honestly. She'd probably be like a side character at the most. But anyway, back to business. Lamine unzipped her jacket while we getting right into the business, actually. All this, and she's going on to say, all this worrying is gonna spike your despair, you know? Don't worry about any of this, we got it. And Lamine and everyone else just start taking off their clothes, and everything just get really crazy all of a sudden. And I'm just like, Lamine, lewd meme. Did I say lewd meme? Lewd meme? Lewd mean? Wouldn't that be better? Lewd mean. That would be much better. Anyway, she's pretty much be like, we don't need to work. We don't need to take any chances with your condition. So let's just do it and feel the pleasure of it all. And Toko is just like, I'm still embarrassed about this. And Chiaki even went on to be like, not so, and Chiaki is actually more bolder this time around. She's actually like, you should talk to Rias then. She can fix that, honestly. And I'm just so proud of my ladies, honestly, for this entire thing, because I'm about to get the best coochie of life. Also, they are absolutely worried about me. So, you know, I have something to rely on when it comes to my emotions. So that's great. Anyway, I'm like, okay, y'all win. Let's do it. But not here. Let's go to the gym and storehouse. And so, and Makoto's just like, not again. Yes, you know what's up. You know what's up. Remember when Makoto, not too long ago, was running through the hall, butt naked and everything like that? Yeah, everybody's doing it this time, because that's how we're going to be running to the storehouse. Except for me, I'm the only one that still is having clothes on. And honestly, all the girls are just running through the halls quickly without any type of clothes. Toko is just screaming her ass off because she is not having any of this right now. And then Makoto trying to tell her to be quiet, but she's still not having any of it. Lamine just lewd, honestly. She's just like, I gotta do this more often. What? You mean to tell me you want to streak through the... You know what? Honestly, I wouldn't put it past you. You be accepting all types of commissions. I wouldn't put it past you that you want to absolutely just do some streaking as a commission. And probably do it just for fun, honestly. If it wasn't for Paimon getting in the way a lot of the time, you probably would do that just for fun. Anyway, Chiaki, and at last, Chiaki is just like, you're enjoying this, huh, Jay? You're damn right! Naked women running through the hallway, chasing after me? That sounds like a pleasant time! Alright, last story. I was trying not to make it this dang long, gosh darn it. Anyway, I'm out here waiting on the wall, as you do, and I'm just like, well, about time you showed up. Because now it is time to confront the one, the only, the thought queen of despair, Junko Enoshima. And Junko's like, well, the ultimate fashionista can't just do whatever she wants without people around. That's why I usually have Mukura for that. And I'm just like, whatever, let's go inside. So me and Junko went inside the girls' bathroom. Why the girls' bathroom? I don't know, just reasons, I guess. Anyway, Junko's just like, you're gonna F me in the girls' bathroom? I didn't think you were so risky. And I'm just like, I'm not doing that. Spill it. What do you really want from me? I know it's not something simple. Whatever you're planning can potentially destroy the safe haven. And Junko's like, what do I want? I told you already, I want a baby of despair. A baby? And currently, I forgot, because again, I don't have any memory of what despair, because you might not know, but I don't have any memory of despair me at all, of what he does and what conversations go and, you know, go and do and what happens, honestly. I don't even remember smashing any chicks while I'm in despair, alright? So me smashing Genocide Jack, I don't even remember Genocide Jack being a person, honestly. So I'm in my mind, in my current mind, I'm just like, is that what she said while I was in that state? And Junko's just like, that's what I said. And so I'm like, I'm just all like, forget it. Like, no, the only baby I'm having with anybody is Konako. And that's pretty much it. Like, if it's not Konako, if it's not my cat queen, it's Cap. So I'm out. Honestly, I don't have time for this. I don't want to deal with that with you. And she's just like, you don't have a choice in the matter. I'm like hell I don't. And I'm starting to dip out my way. Like, nope, you ain't catching me in this genjutsu. That is so not happening. And then Junko is like, it's a shame, honestly. And I'm just leaving. I'm not even bothering with Junko. I hurt that ass. Good luck with having a child. Go ahead and talk to Izuru Kamakura. He ain't gonna he'll knock you up, but he ain't gonna really deal with it that much. So you're pretty much still on your own, as per usual. And then Junko says the one trigger word that I do not absolutely care for. And she says, I doubt you'll keep her safe, considering Issei is looking for her. And I stop immediately. What? And Junko even goes even further to go on and elaborate, being like, oh, I found him not too long ago, saying he wants to claim the girls he loves so much back. And I am just in my mind like, I'm going to find this person, and it's not going to end well for them. Because I don't know where they are. They are not getting any type of hands on any of these ladies that I have with me at this current point in time. Like, no, that is not happening. Not again. Not in this reality. So, Junko is even just drilling this in, and it's not making me any type of better. And she's just like, imagine if Issei gets his hands on your harem. Even better, Kaneko herself. F you, Jay. I love Issei's Red Dragon Emperor dick. I can imagine her saying that. And at this point, I lost it. And at this point, I'm like, in my despair form, I'm saying, I'll end that man and break her too. But it's your turn now. And keep in mind, despair me and the regular me is two different people. Very different outlooks on things. I will do things at a cost of things. I will do certain things to get the goal achieved, but at a certain cost that it doesn't cost too much. But the me will go all in, doesn't care, even if it is to hurt Konako. He will do whatever it takes to make sure that everything goes his way, no matter how much it might hurt everybody else. And so right when I say all that though, Junko is like, that's it. That's exactly what I want. Break me all you want. Show me your despair. A despair more powerful than my own. Even if you... And mentally she's like, even if you won't exist mentally to see that day. And so she just starts stripping out of her clothes and just say, claim me. What is that voice? Anyway, hours pass. And at that point, Junko's just on the ground panting hard as freak. And I'm pretty much out of my mind as well. And she's just like, that was extremely insane. Keep going. And so she's thinking that she's about to get more in, but at this point, my brain is fried. I'm back to my normal state, thankfully, but my brain is fried. I cannot go any further than what we have going right here. And so she noticed that, and she got real mad real quick. She was like, effing disgusting. Here I thought I was gonna finally have that baby. If this is all the despair you got then, you'll never be useful. and my brain is gone, and she's about to start leaving and dipping right out this bathroom, and my brain is, and I'm just like, Jun. And so Junko just continues on to be like, I'm leaving now, wasting my time. Oh, before I leave, that Issei thing was a lie, or maybe it wasn't. Who knows, maybe he does exist somewhere. And she just got her clothes and left, and I'm just in the bathroom about to just not even stand anymore because my energy is completely gone at this point. And I'm just like, Kana, and passes out. And then someone passes by the door and gets me. And then and so far that is the end of all this. I swear I wasn't trying to make this staying long, but it ended up being this long, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of so far. So now we know what Junko's true ambitious goal is, even though if you watch the other episode you would know what her goal is now. But we know a part of her goal, but I guarantee you that's probably not going to be everything up to Junko's entire goal here. So definitely we have some other stuff we have to figure out when it comes to her. But yeah, pretty much that's going to be the end for this one. Hopefully you are enjoying the series. Again, this is something I really do enjoy and deeply have a great connection with this story. I absolutely love creating it for you guys, as well as making it, because you know it's a VTuber story you don't hear a lot of the time. It's basically VTuber origins that you don't really see be done a lot because it's ridiculous. But definitely, if you did enjoy this one, then be sure to go not only to like this video, but make sure you go watch and like the other videos as well that's in this series. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification when you're out. Also follow me on Twitter to talk about to donate to the channel. Patreon and Ko-Fi is available as well. And until then, this is your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.
Baby, say my name as if you got a fucking clue. Always caught up in the moment, not condoning what I do. I've been messing with my chemistry to find the better me, putting thoughts up on the page in hopes that you could get to me. Been this way since legit, my brain couldn't quit. Running from my issues, roll the pain in a spliff, fade away every hit. Nobody needed me, too afraid to commit.